you guys, so we're here to talk about R. Kelly's interview with Miss Gayle King. And I just want to say, R. Kelly, I am not amused. I am not, taken aback. I'm not, my mind ain't changing. You are a sick motherfucker with some great music, I might add. And that's just what it is. All of this, like, this theatric ass performance that you gave us was quite well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a great actor. I don't understand why you haven't, booked nobody's TV show. But you deserve a motherfucking primetime Emmy for that motherfucking performance that you gave us, okay? Because it's pretty clear to me that this interview didn't show you nor the girls in the best light. You thought that by you coming out and speaking out and debunking these claims that's all against you, you thought that that was going to make us all turn a blind eye once again. And you know what I'm saying, make it look like, okay, well, he may not be as guilty as we thought he was, or maybe all of these people are just trying to extort him for money. I just refuse to believe that. I do think that there's a lot of holes in everybody's story, including yours, the girls, and the parents. I do think there's a lot of holes in the story, but ultimately, I really feel like you are to blame for a lot of this stuff. Now, we can point fingers at the girls and call them whores that just wanted a music career, or we can point fingers at the parents who allowed their kids to be around him. But ultimately, R. Kelly was the one who made the decision to be with these young girls, and that's just what it is. I just don't understand how people can rally behind him and defend him for what the fuck he's done. Going back to the 1990s, I mean, our very own Ashley Miller, who also attended Kenwood Academy, she was one of the ones on YouTube that said that they would see R. Kelly sitting outside of her school. And I trust Ashley Miller's word. That's a bitch I know. So I trust her motherfucking word. I don't see how the fuck she'll sit up here and lie. She's from Chicago. So you know what I mean? She went to that fucking school, and that's the exact school that they said he was sitting out there waiting for the girls at. And like I said, Ashley Miller's a reliable source to me because I know her character, and I just don't believe that she'll make some shit up like that. Like, that's one thing. Number two, it goes all the way back to the 90s when this man married a whole 15-year-old girl and had her lie on a marriage certificate and say that she's 18. He married Aaliyah when she was 15. He wrote an inappropriate song for a 14-year-old to be singing called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. This line alone. Boy, be brave. Don't be afraid. 'Cause tonight we're gonna go all the way. That is inappropriate as a motherfucker, okay? Very inappropriate. Like, I didn't know how inappropriate it was until I got older. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number is appropriately titled for that album, being that he was fooling around with her, married her, and all those songs were basically love letters that was written for her, but she sung them herself. It was basically his words, and he was saying how much all those, like, now that I listen to that album, it's like, this is everything that R. Kelly was basically saying to Aaliyah, but he had her singing his love letters. Like, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. That's about their relationship, in my opinion. Street Thing. That's about their relationship, in my opinion. No One Knows How to Love Me Quite Like You Do. That's about their relationship. I mean, his ass is all in the song. Leah, you're the only one for me. Leah, you're the only one for me. Leah, you're the only one for me. The one for me. The one for me. That, like, he's all in the fucking record. Oh, let's not forget about his remix to Your Body's Calling with Aaliyah being 15 years old, singing lyrics like, boy, my body's calling you, so do what you gotta do. Are you hungry? Do you wanna eat? What the fuck does a 15-year-old have any business singing something like that? Like, that's, and not to mention the infamous sex tape with the girl, Sparkle's niece, I think her name is Rashana Lanfair, allegedly, I think that's her name. That is the sex tape that he was in, and it was pretty clear that he was in it, and everybody's excuse is he was acquitted, he beat the case. He only beat the case because the girl wouldn't testify, and neither would her family. If they would have testified, he would have been still in jail right about now. So y'all can miss me with it, and stop turning this into a racial debate too, because we're talking about R. Kelly, but we have people saying, well, what about Michael Jackson? Or what about the white predators that haven't been arrested or whatever? Now, Michael Jackson and R. Kelly are fucking one and the same in my opinion. I don't put nothing past Michael Jackson or any other man, to be honest. When there's child molestation into play, I don't put nothing past anybody. And I have my reasons for feeling that way. Being that I have a mother who was sexually assaulted by a family member, I don't put nothing past anybody. Being that I have a cousin that was sexually assaulted by a family member, I don't put nothing past anybody. Okay, I don't put it past nobody. So it's always going to be a thing in my head where I'm going to be automatically suspicious when a man is being accused of sexual assault. I'm sorry, because I know that shit personally. So, no. The difference between Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, I haven't really followed Michael Jackson's story. Being that I was never like a fan of Michael Jackson like that, I never really followed his story. But I never seen any evidence that really pointed to him molesting little kids. Now, it was strange and weird as a motherfucker and downright creepy that he had a bunch of kids at his Neverland Ranch. It was really ridiculous. And any parent had no business bringing their kids to the motherfucking ranch in the first place. But I don't know if he really molested any of those boys. I'm just going to be honest. Do I suspect that he did? Of course I do. But do I think that he did? I don't know, because I haven't seen it. However, R. Kelly got so much shit against him. A whole marriage to a teenager. And not to mention he fucked a teenager and pissed on her on video. That's all the evidence I fucking need. So anytime there's a case against him about child molestation or anything like that, I'm not going to take it lightly. I'm going to always be like, okay, he did this shit, point blank. It may be biased and it might be wrong to not have any type of doubt about it, but this is everything that he's shown. And the interview did not show him in the best light. It didn't help him at all, because you shedding these fake tears. The way you frolicking around, screaming and yelling is the same way I used to act when I was young and my mother caught me lying. And I used to do all of that shit to deflect from the fact that I'm sitting up here lying in her face and she knows that I'm lying. So he acted like a little kid. He wasn't like, I wasn't amused, and he wasn't swaying me at all. At all. And I beat the case. I beat the case. You beat the case because you beat the case because the girl didn't want to testify. You beat the case because the parents didn't want to testify. It was several people. Sparkle, her best friend, her teacher, her gym teacher. Everybody said it was her. But because of the simple fact that this law is, if you don't have a willing participant, you can't charge the person and you can't send them to jail because of that. So because of that, you got the fuck off. It ain't because you didn't do it. You did it, nigga. You did it. And you tried to blame it on your brother. Like, come on now, bruh. Seriously. Not to mention, I saw Javante Cunningham. She also appeared tonight on this Gayle King interview. She did say that she was the one who saw him having inappropriate sexual acts with Aaliyah on the bus. And she had another friend that he sexually abused. And that other friend that she's referring to is Tia Hawkins. Her real name is Tiffany, but they call her Tia. So it's Tiffany Tia Hawkins. That's the friend that she's referring to. Tiffany filed a lawsuit against R. Kelly, I think back in 1995 or 1996. And she said that she had a baby. Now, I think it was rumored that she had a baby by him, but I think she either lost it or she had an abortion. That's all allegedly, because that's what I read. But she did say that she had a sexual relationship with him and he settled in court. And she had to sign an NDA, so she's prohibited from speaking about it in the public. So whenever you hear Javante Cunningham talking about a dear friend of hers was sexually abused by him, that's what she's talking about. She's talking about Tia Hawkins, and that is the person that I personally want to hear from. But of course, we're never going to hear from her because she's prohibited from talking about it, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Then you got Azriel Clary and Joycelyn Savage. They get on the screen, and Gayle revealed that R. Kelly was there for the whole interview, so they knew he was there. Azriel has a real disrespectful disposition. Like, she's really, like, very defensive and, like, disrespectful towards Gayle. Like, I really want to pop her ass in her face, honestly, because she was real disrespectful. Like, I'm not here to talk about my personal life. Then, bitch, what are you here for? All of this is about your personal life, bitch. What are you saying? Like, we're here to hear about your personal life. What the fuck else do you think you're here for? We're not here to talk about your singing career. We're not here to talk about anything else but your motherfucking personal life. And you got mad because you know that the question was very valid. Are you having a three-way relationship with this man or are you not? The truth is that you are, and you can't take. That's just what it is. You can't take. You're having a three-way relationship with this man, and that's just what it is. And you just can't deal with that. It's fucked up that you can't deal with it, but you just can't deal with it. Like, real talk, you can't. And, you know, Joycelyn really ain't got no opinion. You know, she's just letting Azriel take the lead, and she's, right, exactly, right. All they want is money. If you can't see that, you're just stupid. Oh my God. Y'all ain't doing nothing but repeating the same thing R. Kelly said. That's all you're doing. All you're doing is repeating everything he said. Like, you were clearly being coached, just like Joycelyn was being coached for that TMZ interview, when you could see in her shirt that someone is directing her on what to say. You know what I mean? Y'all are clearly manipulated. And, like, the story that Azriel said about how her parents told her to take sexual photos with him and videos and things like that so they can use it against him. I'm like, really? I would hope that her parents didn't do that. But I'm like, really, girl? Like, are you serious right now? Now, you're trying to make your parents look bad, but you still making R. Kelly look bad. You still making R. Kelly look bad. And Joycelyn, she always has this thing with her that she really ain't, she's a robot. And she don't really say too much. Azriel was doing all of the talking. And you know, in the documentary, the Surviving R. Kelly documentary that aired 2 months ago, they did say that Azriel was in charge of the girls. You know, that's the girl that R. Kelly sleeps with every night. So she's in charge of the girls. So it makes a lot of sense because of her damn attitude. Like, this bitch had an attitude out of this world. I thought she was some sweet, soft-spoken bitch. But, child, attitude out this world. Then when Gayle said something about their singing career, they both denied that they never wanted to sing. But I actually found Azriel's YouTube channel about 2 weeks after the documentary, and there's nothing but videos of her singing. Like, she's a little girl singing. I think those videos go back to when she was like 10, 11 or something like that. Like, she has been singing for all of her life. And she can sing. So it's very ironic and very convenient that you want to say that you never had any dreams of being a singer now that this shit is out. Then you try to say you tried to kill yourself for attention from your parents so they could know that you couldn't sing. But medical record shows that it's because you had a messy breakup with your boyfriend. That's why you want to off yourself. Azriel, girl, bye. Like, come on now. You're ridiculous. Point blank, period. Then, when Gayle asked them what they want to do with their life, they don't even know what the fuck they want to do. They find being his live-in girlfriends. And I'm just sitting up here like, y'all aren't making this any better. Like, y'all are basically sister wives. Y'all share this man, and y'all are fine with that. He got y'all to be fine with that. Like, control out of this world. Like, y'all, like, if y'all don't know the signs of a person that's being abused, like, the signs were right in front of you. Like, if he's not controlling you, why the fuck can't y'all talk to y'all families? If he's not controlling you, why haven't your family seen you? Like, I don't understand it if he's not controlling you. Joycelyn, why didn't you go to your uncle's funeral? Your grandmother had stage 4 cancer. Why haven't you called to check on her? Why haven't you come to see her? Because I wouldn't give a fuck if I was with motherfucking, who was my man crush in this industry? I wouldn't give a fuck if I was in the damn cult for fucking Lance Gross. If my motherfucking grandmother that I'm supposed to be close to got stage 4 cancer, bitch, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Like, you gonna have to whoop my ass, give me a couple black eyes, but I got to get the fuck out of here. I got to see about my grandma. You know what I mean? Like, at least, why didn't you go to your uncle's funeral? Like, it's really ridiculous. Like, it's crazy to me. Azriel didn't go to one of her first cousin's funeral. Like, I follow her sister on Instagram, and it's like a lot of things that's coming out right now. And the person that we were watching, her sister said that's not the person that she knows, and of course it's not. She's 21 years old. She's been getting fucked by R. Kelly. And that's just what it is. And she's not going to be the same person, unfortunately. And that's just what it is. I'm sorry to say that. And it's really sad, honestly. It's terribly sad, honestly. Then, you know, Michelle Kramer popped up, you know, she's the one who rescued her daughter, and they all feel like R. Kelly is sick. And Dominique even said that she doesn't consider herself a victim. She considers herself a survivor. She was in a relationship with a man who abused her, honestly. And, you know, it's just crazy how he's sitting up here saying he wants a relationship with his kids, but he can't do it. Like, you haven't been in your kids' life in years, according to Andre, and you haven't even been supporting your fucking kids. So if you really want to be a part of their lives, how come you just not doing it now that you're seeing a rough time? Let's just be for real. And to the parents of Azriel Clary and Joycelyn Savage, honestly, let me just be real. I hope I don't get no stones thrown at me for this, but I'm just going to be 100% honest. These girls are 21 and 23 years old. At this point, you just need to let it the fuck go. They're grown-ass women. They are where they want to be. Let it go. Because at some point, you got to let your child go. It might be sad to hear that, and it's been like this since they were teenagers, and that's probably why it's hard for you to let go. But at this point, you just going to have to let these bitches go. For real. Because they want to be with this man. And ain't nothing gonna stop them from being with him. Like, they're in too deep at this point. They're not gonna leave him. So, I just think that you need to stop at this point, because they're not gonna go anywhere. They're already turning against you. They're already trying to paint you out to be master manipulators and everything like that. And it's real foul and fucked up. But it is what it is. Now, the piece that I saw about Dominique saying that she's not a victim, I saw that on Nick at Night's YouTube channel. She does great commentary, so look out for her. But I did see what she was saying when I saw her one of her videos, and she was talking about how Azriel Clary's daddy was going in on his Instagram live, and I just didn't agree with what she was saying. She was saying that he was wrong for going in on his daughter, but I don't see it as a man going in on his daughter. I see it as a man that's frustrated. I see it as a man that's angry. I see it as a man who probably be regretting some of the things that he may have done as a parent. He probably feels less of a parent. You know what I mean? That he practically gave his daughter to a master manipulator. And another thing for the parents, honestly, you can like R. Kelly's music if you want to. Even though I have this stance on R. Kelly, I still listen to his music. I listen to a couple of his songs every fucking day, to be honest. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm not listening to his music, or that I've muted him or something. Because although I feel like he's a disgusting person, his music is still excellent. So if you want to be a fan of R. Kelly's music, be okay with, you know, be a fan, whatever. But in hindsight, though, y'all made a fucked up decision to even want to work with a man like that, knowing his past, knowing that he had a video with an underage girl, knowing that he married an underage girl, and y'all still brought y'all kids around that man. Like, I would never would have brought my motherfucking kids around a man like that with a past like that. Yeah, people have a past, and sometimes people grow from that past, but apparently he hasn't. And that's just what it is. Do I think that these people are out to get money? I just don't think everything is about money. And that's what really bothers me with people sometimes. You know, we're all trying to use this narrative of we're tearing down a black man. We're trying to keep a black man down. But we're also tearing into the black women that's speaking out against the black man. So it'll be okay for us to speak out, speak up for the black women when a white man is involved. But when it's a black man, it's supposed to be okay, and we're supposed to let it go because nobody said nothing to the white man. Now, I think that the white man should be having documentaries about them just as much as the next person does. But that does not make R. Kelly right, and it does not make what he's doing okay. It just does not. Watching that interview, R. Kelly made himself look even more dumber than he already is. He already can't read and write. He already need hooked on phonics. He just dumb as an individual. And he made a big mistake by doing this interview. Because he's only showing his cards. He's showing how emotionally disturbed he is. He's showing how abusive he can be. He's showing that he got a temper and all of that. The girls look like they've been controlled. It's everything. Like, they can't even talk to their families. The same thing that Andrea Kelly said in the documentary. It's all the same shit. Point blank. So, R. Kelly, I'm not amused. You can use that Emmy-worthy performance on somebody that gives a fuck, because I don't. Let's talk about it below. What do you guys think? I made the decision to review Chasing Atlanta. I just gotta go back and watch it again so I can make some fresh notes. Marriage Boot Camp, the review will be coming. I have not seen the episode yet, so y'all know that video has been, those reviews of that show have been running late for the last couple of weeks, child. I'm sorry, but that damn 9 o'clock time slot, that ain't working for me. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share. Be sure to share this video wherever you feel, and let's talk about it below. And I'm out of here, you guys. Till next time, peace.